All right. Yeah. Fifth soul. Here we go. Okay, so you got the worker soul, you got the woman soul. Okay, that's most everybody. Don't like look at those red dots on my hand. Sorry about that. This hand's got red dots on it too. Sheesh, that's a problem with these. I love these pens, but they really leak really easy. You touch them and they go. Okay. Worker, woman, warrior. WWW. That's why I like those two. Put them on the bottom. Okay, so you get the three W's. Worker, woman, warrior. Doesn't matter. You can put them in any order, as long as you keep on the bottom, it makes sense. Those three are the reproductive layer. And yeah, so those are the ones that reproduce. Okay. Now, up on top, we got the rulers. Not there. Well, yeah, actually, these are kind of the rulers. I don't know if I should think of them that way, but I'm throwing all this out. I'm still figuring this out. Remember, this is a new concept. I just invented this theory a couple of years ago. It's just been evolving through my poetry, and I'm really excited to see my poetry kind of evolve this awareness as I'm complaining about these things I'm learning until I finally figure it out. So it's going to be kind of cute when seeing how I got to here. The two on top. That's what I started. I gave you the musician. The musician is all creative thinkers. All the creative thinkers. Okay, they got a muse, people used to say. These were people born with M-U-S-E. With amuse, like amusing. But anyway, the point being is, this is a special soul, the creative soul. I'm one of those people. I mean, look at all the books. I mean, 150 books or something, maybe more, and almost 2,000 songs. All the things that I create and do. I'm just a creative person. That's my soul. I can't turn it off. It's just who I am. And even when I'm working full time, anyway. So it's just a shame to be working full time when I could be working on my creativity. It means I have to stop being creative and do that for a whole bunch of hours. My mind can't be really creative. And if I start being creative, I'll hurt myself, chop my thumb off or something. So got to be careful. Yeah, so that's why it's not good to put creative people in those type of positions, because they're supposed to be creative. They are the dreamers. My family despises dreamers. See, in my family, there's no musicians or artists. I'm the only one. The only one. And so they despise me. They actually cannot understand me. Even after I'm 66 years old, and my parents still don't accept the fact I'm a musician. They think it's wrong. They think it's a choice. They think, you decided to do that just to piss us off. Well, it's not true, but sheesh. Why would a parent be pissed off their kid has artistic talent? That's just terrible. Anyway, so they don't understand. They just can't understand. So what's the fifth one? All right, we got the three on the bottom and the two on the top are both M's. M for, so I use musician because that covers all the creative people. And manager. Now the manager doesn't necessarily have to be the scientist, and the guy who's good at math might be over here. It might actually be the musician. So these are things I'm still figuring out. The manager is the one who goes for power. They're not the one who's going to stand in line and want to be on the assembly line. They want to own the company. They're just not going to be happy in the assembly line. You cannot bribe them into boredom like that. They just cannot do it. That's the manager. So these two M's up on top, that's what happens. See, that's what we kind of have in Washington, D.C. We got a whole bunch of women who have a manager power thing going. So they just don't know where they're going. They have this emotional desire to be greedy and get what they need for their family, because that's normal. That's the woman's job, is to collect everything. Man goes off and works, but the woman's at home all day kind of just keeping everything intact. She's not going to sit there and let the neighbors walk away with everything. Oh, you want the lawnmower? Okay, you want that? Oh, you want to take our car? Go ahead. No, she keeps everything intact. And so the greed factor, and sorry I say it so negatively, and personal perspective, but it's just inherent. It's just the way it is. The greed factor is the woman factor. If the worker is greedy, he's going to say, I want a raise, I want this and that every day. And you can't do that. He's got to be able to settle for what he's got. He cannot be so greedy. So the worker is kind of like, I don't know if they were created, if they were like spiritually shaved this off and shaped this, I don't know. I'm just still figuring out the dynamics of each one. But on top, you got the manager and the musician, okay? So that's what makes me, kind of frustrated. Is I'm an artist first. Okay, so me. I was going to tell you what I was. The first place, I'm a musician. I've always been a musician. I can't stop being a musician. I love being a musician. If I could only do one thing and be happy, I'd be a musician. I'm a musician. Next thing I am is a warrior. I'm brave, fearless. I'm a hero. I like to help people. That's where my compassion comes from. Weird. I thought it was a woman thing, but no, it's a warrior. It's that intention. I couldn't figure it out. That drive. Okay. Whew. So I'm a hunter. I'm out there hunting rabbits at night or out in the canyons by myself. That warrior thing. Anyway. Not anymore. No, I don't hunt anymore. I haven't actually. I don't know when I last hunted an animal. I don't think I've done it this century. But I'm no apologies. I got a couple apologies, and I've told those in a couple of stories. Maybe you'll hear those. There's only been a couple of times in my life I've killed an animal needlessly, and I bear that burden the rest of my life. See, that's the warrior. The warrior knows right from wrong, or at least you can train him to know right from wrong. Now, I was raised Christian, so very Christian, so that's my sense of right. I was Catholic. That's how I learned right from wrong. That includes not killing needlessly. The Christians that do aren't Christians. Okay. Whew. Okay, let's cut it. It's 6 minutes. I told you that's good enough. I told you there's 5 souls. Remember? Can you say them? The 3 W's on the bottom: worker, woman, and warrior. And then the 2 on top: musician and manager.